What's going on, world? It's Paper TV right here on Word of Mouth. And guess what? You know we had to come live and direct right here in Greensboro, North Carolina at the Music Summit right here. Now listen, man, so far I've been having a ball, man, but y'all gotta know who I'm sitting beside right now, man. This is the homie Maejor. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all this guy right here, he's originally from Greensboro, so you know exactly what's going on and what's going on when it comes down to the artists. So I gotta ask them, we gotta kind of take it down memory lane if you don't mind.
No, I don't. Let's go.
What was it for you that really said, you know what? I really want to dive in this right here and actually be like an instrumental to some of these artists that's coming up.
Really, what really started it, man, was the guy you see right there, man. I was young. I don't know if you ever heard of A&T. A lot of people have. Homecoming was the life of the party in Greensboro. So he's always been part of the entertainment, you know, background, making artists check in, you know, handlers, stuff like that, roadies.
Okay.
So he just put me beside people like TLC, you know, when I was young.
Okay.
But TLC, Pete Rock, CL Smooth, a lot of big artists back then. And I just fell in love with the culture, man, and the artist and the artistry itself. So, you know, I just kept doing it. And I started as a producer, really. So I was just making beats. But Greensboro ain't got a lot of artists back then, so I couldn't really get no artists to match my flavor. So I said, fuck it, let me just open a studio. I don't know how to record, bro. I don't know how to do none of that, but I'm gonna open a studio up because I know all these artists.
Right.
You know, 10 years later, we had one of the top studios in Greensboro, in the Triad area for about 4 years. Huge, and it's 7,000 square feet. So we had a radio station, 3 studios, a performance venue. So I'm familiar with all of this, you know, putting it all together, making stuff real cultural, you know, versus just coming out, charging the artist $50 to perform for 5 minutes, and you tell them it's on a platform, they look up a week later, what platform? You feel me? No interviews. Nah, we can't keep robbing artists. So what I did is try to create one of the biggest platforms, 105, and just give artists, you know, real radio spins. Because if you think about it, bro, 10 years ago, it was hard for artists in Greensboro to get radio spins.
Man, you're talking about, it was like, if you got there, then you really, like, you did
something.
You
made it and you got the budget. So now, 10 years later, it's all right to have a digital radio station or a platform with a podcast, word of mouth, where you just go out to all the events and see what's going on.
Capture the moments.
Right. So now that we exist, it's easier for artists to get out there.
Exactly.
You know, so now terrestrial, where you just come in the car, crank on the radio, it's really kind of obsolete.
No, it is.
It is.
And I would ask you this right here, man, because, you know, just talking about radio and also you just talking about the artists and how you came up and seeing certain things. You may not was the one that did it, but you fell in love with the process of it. Like now for you, is it a lane that you carved out that you say, you know what, this is where I want to, you know, direct my focus at, you know, because, you know, of course you got everything, but is it a direct focus now?
It's media.
Yeah.
All facets of media, whether it's a podcast, radio, performance venues, whatever, a vendor, a fucking vendor party.
Yeah.
Just anything that's dealing with culture, spreading the word, letting people know you can do shit out here.
Yeah, it can be done.
It can be done. You might not get all the support you want, but guess what? It can still be fucking done.
It can still be
successfully and very colorful. So you gotta look at it that way, as you gotta be a leader.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta be a pioneer.
Nah, that's real.
No, you can't just sit back. I used to do that shit, man. Just sit back and watch people do shit. Nah, I got tired of it. Let me get my hands wet.
Let me get
my hands dirty, see how it come out. And like I said, 10 years later, I know we got #1 digital radio station in North Carolina.
That's heavy.
I got the numbers to prove it.
Listen, this my man saying
and it's black owned.
He got that, and it's black owned. He got the numbers to back it up.
I got the numbers to prove it.
Okay.
And we play indie artists all day.
Wow.
All day.
Really, so in all reality, for everybody that's listening and watching right now, you're creating something to where they can actually get spins, where it actually counts.
We are DRT certified. Shout out to my man Jose. We DRT certified. That means you get paid per stream, just like you would if your joint was on terrestrial radio.
Okay.
Or 102. Just an example. So yeah, if you come in, typically when you come in the car, clink on the radio, you're gonna hear what? Major artists.
Right.
See, now we got it to where the labels are that smart to where they send big buku dollars to the radio station to promote and market their artists, which leaves us what? No room. So we have to have radio stations and media like me and you to give these guys a platform.
Drop it on them.
Yeah.
Drop it on them. Nah, that's real.
And look at Wallow and Gilly. They're just as big as a radio station.
Absolutely.
Because Barstool gave them a fucking chance.
Yep.
Used to be.
Yep,
You ain't got to be sitting in the radio station all day to get somebody heard. You can come out here and your platform can be just as big as a local radio station.
I gotta ask you this right here now, man.
Yes.
So with the artists that you been coming across and been seeing, I know earlier, you was telling me about a couple people that are bigger ranking that have kind of, brought to your attention.
Yeah.
From the
Shout
Carolinas.
out to Unc. Yeah, that's my boy.
So, and he been moving too.
He's the veteran.
He's the vet. Yeah.
He's one of my mentors. Like he's one of the first guys that came on the road and was bringing artists in Greensboro, Raleigh,
and tapping them in too.
And tapping them in with everybody. So
Okay.
like he had a meet and greet, street and greets. That's what they call them, street and greets.
Yep.
So he taught me, okay, you can have a platform and just be on the road, but you can also have a radio station where he'll come to because they on the road. So you just make it work. Two things working together. Same with you.
For
you
sure.
You got a bigger ranking flavor with you.
Yeah,
So you on the road sometimes, but you also got your office.
Right.
But when you got events, you got to come out here. You got to get your feet wet.
You really looking up to right now, or you really see this like, you know what, they got it.
Young artists.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's always a sticky situation right here sometimes, man. Because
let me get my leg right for this. So when now you talking about NC artists, or we just talking about artists in general?
Let's go with NC artists.
I like Tia Corinne.
Oh, okay. She's from Charlotte, right? No.
She's from Winston.
That's
Shot
right.
from the trade.
Okay.
She from Winston. So the girls is killing shit.
No, they are, man. They listen.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how the girls are shutting shit down in North Carolina. So like I still fuck with the baby. Just be working for like 2 or 3 months.
But you know what?
Stop, bro.
Shot from the trade. She
fire. She fire.
Her bars.
Yeah, she fire. But really, shout out to the Chasers in there. I like the Chasers.
Okay.
They dope. A lot of people I got on the they dope, bro.
Man, I can't wait.
It's work though.
It's
a job like me and you doing. You can't just say I'm gonna go perform, I'm gonna hire this nigga out. No, you gotta go record, media, push your brand. I mean, hell, it's a job, bro. It's a full-time job.
Now, look, man, I want to know this right here. With this music summit right now.
Yeah.
I also see that you also have the panel.
Right.
So you pretty much, giving the artists a chance to really, be taught something.
We're about to do that right now.
Yeah.
So the panel is based off giving artists knowledge. Like for instance, a lot of artists in there say they don't get paid for performing, right? Mm-hmm. But as a performing artist, a lot of artists don't know that if you signed up to ASCAP and BMI, you sign this venue up and register it, you're gonna get paid $120.
Come on now.
Or 80.
Come on
80
now.
to 120.
Come on now.
Per performance.
Come on now.
Stop worrying about the venue giving you money and get your money from your shit.
Y'all hear it first right here from Big Major right here. You hear me?
BMI, ASCAP.
Direct.
They pay you. Get your mind right. They pay you for your performances. So make sure you register every performance. I don't care if it's 10 fucking people. Mm-hmm. You're going to get $1 off that.
$1 off
Please.
Let the people know that don't know right now, where can they find you at?
You can find me at D Major on all Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Look up Derek Watson or D Major or 105 Live.
Come on, man.
Major Media.
We live and direct. Y'all heard it first.
We everywhere. We everywhere. Word of mouth, boy.
Let's get it.
Hey.